Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you can hear me. Hopefully all is good. We are doing a live coaching session today. Welcome 3D Jacob, Thomas Wild, Etu, Brits, and ZJY. Welcome. I'm sure there's more of you coming in. This is the second stream on YouTube now. We're going to continue with YouTube for a little bit. I think I've said this before. Just to let everyone know, I do have my Twitch account back. So it's not an indefinite suspension. I have got it back, but for now, I just want to try out sort of YouTube streaming because I do a lot of content on YouTube, way more content and time is spent on YouTube than Twitch for me. So for now, I'm going to try out YouTube, see what the kind of metrics are like, see if I'm getting a lot of interest through streaming on here. And if not, if it doesn't go too well, then I will just revert back to Twitch. Simple as that. Everything's still there. I can easily revert back. So today is the live coaching session with Bram. Bram, how you doing? You good?
Good evening. I'm doing very well. Thank you. Looking forward to this.
Good stuff. And what we're going to do first is just have a look at the deck. So if you don't have the guide or if you haven't seen Bram's guide, it is on the Free Food Party Discord. So if you want me to provide a link or an invite link to that in chat, I can do. If you join that Discord, you will see Bram's guide in there under the Hausa guide. So what we're going to do is, well, that's a black screen, but one second. Yeah, we are going to do that. There we go. 1 second. There we go. Okay, so lovely stuff. We've paused the music. There we go. So Bram, do you just want to just do a brief overview, a quick talk through the deck and some key cards of what we're going to use?
Yeah, so more in general, we've talked about this before shortly when you sent a recorded game, but for people on the stream that may not know, in general, going into a game, it's good always to have a set strategy in mind. And a strategy does not equal a build order, so to say. It means that you need to be aware of what are your civilization's strengths, what are your opponent's civilization's weaknesses, and how can we exploit them in combination with the map. So for Hausa, that means we basically have two build orders to choose from. The Songhai Age-up and the Berbers Age-up. Songhai Age-up is more aggressively orientated, and the Berbers Age-up is an economic option. It means that we need to choose between these two and these two strategies depending on the matchup and the opponent, the map. Now, in the current metagame, you will almost always be going for a Songhai Age-up just because it's too strong at the moment. But it is something to keep in mind. To get better at the game and to really start understanding why you are doing certain things, it's good to realize, why am I going for this strategy? What do I want to accomplish with this, and how am I going to get there? So that's just more in general of why do we have these cards? Why do we send these cards in what order? And what is the goal that we are trying to gain with this? So onto the deck. The H1 cards are pretty standard, right? Just 3 villagers. The university card is used in the Berbers Age-up. You send this halfway through H1 to get a university and a trading post. And then in the H1, the third card, it's sort of like an economic theory shipment, Punraku code. It's a very good card. And just as to add on to what I was saying earlier, this is a sort of card you want to send if you want to get an economic advantage. But you can't always send this, because if your opponent gets a bigger economic advantage while you send this card, your economic advantage suddenly becomes a disadvantage, right? So
yeah,
there's a lot of logic and sort of science behind it. In general, we want to start aggressively with Songhai just because it's too strong. So we have these cards to service that. Our first card in H2 will always be the Palace of Amina. This card too, it's a bit too strong at the moment. It gives you an outpost, which is very strong. It can ship units forward, defend your forward base, and it gives you 300 influence, which synergizes very nicely with both the Songhai and the Berbers H-up for either raiders or the villagers or Berber camels. And then we have unit shipments, very strong. We have our Fulani range card, also very strong. And we have Griots. Griots, which are a bit underrated, I would say. Not many people use them, but the Griots are very good units. Keep in mind, all of these Griot cards, both this 4 Griot card and the 10 Griot card on H3, it's 5 Griots and 5 Ills. They both add to build limit, which means that once you send these cards, you can train more Griots than before. They're a bit underrated. Griots are just very good. They boost your army, so your army can catch up to your opponent. They slow the attack speed of the opposing army, so it's very good to use on artillery in particular. They boost production speed on your army. They even heal your units. They're super versatile and they're super strong. Yeah, and then in H3 it's more of a standard deck. Just good unit shipments, good unit upgrades, sort of a mercenary shipment to center. 9 cows is a good shipment to send as an economic option. It's 8 cows in the livestock pen, I believe, because those cows also generate influence, which can be good to get more artillery. And then H4, you have these 10 vills. I think I have influence in there, but it doesn't really matter, to be honest. 10 vills is good as well. And a Lafiti card. Hausa very, very rarely gets to H4 with this normal standard play. I have seen some fast industrial strategies. I have no clue if they're good. Probably not. So just not gonna get into that. So someone in chat asked which one to send first, the Punlaki code or spice trade. You want to send the Punlaki code because the Punlaki code, it boosts your food gathering rate and coin gathering rate by 15%. Spice rate is, I believe, it's 20% only to food hunted animals.
Yeah,
might be 25. Not sure.
Yeah, it's 20. Yeah, 20%, and then and then it's a yield of 10. I think. So yield of 10%. Yeah, right? Yield of 10%. Gather rate of 20%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, so this is basically the deck. 700 influence. We can talk about that. It's a very good card. A reason that you may not be aware of. You send this card in transition to H3 because you use it to buy more TCs once you're in H3. So you send this in transition, then you hit H3. With the Hausa H-up, you can now build the town centers with influence, where you can buy the town center cards. It costs 400 influence a card, so with 700 you should have around 800, maybe more. Then you can just get 2 free town centers. Just like that. You can use it to take water control, just map control, or to build them defensively if you're under pressure. Because they basically act as outposts, right, if you have vills in there. So it's a pretty cool trick you can do. And yeah, I think that's about it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. So what we're going to do is we're just going to jump pretty much into a first game. So at the moment, I am 1450. So yeah, 14. Yeah, I've got a pretty good. I think I've got like a 5 win streak at the moment. So we'll see if we can continue
see where we end up.
So let's see what we can find.
All right. So we want to keep the build in mind. As I said, we are. Let's just go for Songhai build no matter what happens. There are a few scenarios where Berbers is better, but I mean, it doesn't really matter at this healing range either way. So you can look over the build if you don't know it. I can also tell you. But
yeah, I think like I know the majority of it, maybe like 80% of it. So if there's anything like that I'm doing when I'm playing that you're like, oh, you might need to do that, or make sure you do this, then by all means just mention it, like while I'm playing.
Try not to distract you too much.
Yeah, that's fine. There's been varied ways of coaching throughout. Lots of people have coached me in the past. Some people are more sort of sit back and they'll only mention crucial things. Other people like to be more involved, which is fine. I don't mind either way. To be honest.
Right. Well, you got a game already. That's a nice evening. She could get a game so quickly.
Yeah, I know. Everyone says that it's very quick. So,
all right. Okay, you just do your H1 macro. Your H1 was good from what I've seen, so that's very good, of course.
Well, we'll see. It's been a while now. I'm kind of a little bit nervous, so we'll see how it goes. Oh, this is actually quite confusing because there's berry bushes.
Yeah,
Do
but
I
you
just-
can put them on berries.
Yeah.
Yeah, just get the treasure in base, right? Boost your
Yeah.
berry gathering rate. So on this map, for anyone who doesn't know, if you get this treasure, which you spawn with, your villagers gather from berries just as quick as they do from animals. However, if you get hunting dogs, then animals are better. So you do want to start herding in the animal you just scouted as soon as possible. Because you want to get hunting dogs, of course, with most civilizations.
Yeah.
So a bit about the Hausa H1 and your scouting pattern as well. We talked about the scouting pattern briefly, right? You want to scout around your base for treasures, so
Yeah.
not in a straight line to your opponent.
Okay, yeah.
What you're scouting right now is not too relevant for us. As
I
for
know
the
how to
Hausa
build.
H1, yeah, you need Bram. As for
See,
the
I'm
Hausa
very rusty.
H1, it's okay. What we want to look for in particular are XP treasures and food treasures. Because if you don't have your first shipment yet, and this goes for all civilizations, if you don't have your first shipment yet, then XP treasures are effectively food treasures, because you get your first shipment more quickly. So XP, food, and coin in that order, but in general it's good to kill a lot of small animals or small treasures, because you can get them quite easily. Your explorer is very strong, one of the strongest ones in the game. So for example, like the mad dog thing we scouted in a bit, or this food treasure we're scouting right now,
That's a good one, right?
Big Doctor, we can get it pretty quickly, yeah.
Get rid of that guy.
Alright, big attack. And I don't think you change your water deck, so just stick with the land one. Now there are more advanced tricks to getting those treasures. In particular, you want to shoot one, then run away, shoot the other, and then use your chaos ability. Basically use it as late as possible, so you can get more damage off.
If I remember correctly, it's age up 15, right?
For Songhai, we age with 14 villagers.
14, okay, yeah. Kind of messed up here a little bit.
And yes, for people in chat, the granary also boosts berry gathering rates. But of course, with hunting dogs, it's still more efficient to gather the hunts. But the granary is very good to get in the beginning, yes. Okay, I think this was a pretty good H1. You want to have around, keep them on food, all of your villagers.
Okay, right.
Because what we want to do is we want to sell food for coin to get 200 coin. Bring your explorer back. And then we need 300 food to sell to coin. We already sold one, of course. This is more efficient, because we do have the hunting dogs. Gathering 300 food is more efficient than gathering 200 coin. Alright, now we want to get the first wood upgrade, and then all of them on wood.
Okay, right.
Yeah, that one, now all of them on wood.
We don't sell a cattle for wood to build the university.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we do now. Sorry.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, so we sell cattle for wood, and then we build the university. Yeah, we don't sell more for houses, but we do need university. Yes.
Yeah.
It's fine. I don't see the radius when you build it.
Yeah, it is there.
Your settings.
Yeah, it is there.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, then I just don't see it in this. Right.
It's
Okay, so we are gathering wood. We want to have 300 in total for 2 houses and the snares upgrade, so the second food upgrade. You can build your houses a little bit from line of sight, so on the sides, not too far, because we don't want them to get sieged outside of TC range. This is fine. But just try not to make your base too claustrophobic, and you're doing a good job now.
that's unfortunate herding, but
So once you hit 100 wood, all of your fields go back on. Send your explorer to your opponent's base once you build the university, because we wanna. Yeah. Let's build the camp forward, maybe. Just keep it here. It's fine. We'll do it next time. One of the houses didn't build, so you wanna build that. Okay, send the palace. And then we wanna gather the coin crates with 2 villagers and then put those on coin after. All new villagers go to coin, including the one you just trained, so send one to coin. You do have to do a lot in early age too. It's not the easiest macro, I know. Get snares?
Yeah.
In the granary?
Yeah.
Pull your fills off wood to coin. You don't need those. Yeah. Okay, all new villagers go to coin. You have a little bit too many now, I think. That's fine. Train fills and start training raiders as well.
Yeah.
More raiders. Alright, you see we have 3 raiders. We could have had 4, but you also don't have a fill. The macro is quite hard. If you do it good, perfectly, you can get 5 raiders out. But you will get better in time. Gather up the influence crates from the shipment.
Yeah, I'm gathering them up. Yeah.
And then send 5 raiders. And now we can go out. There are a few targets you can hit. He has a tower in base, so he may not be vulnerable there. But you can see if you can pick off a little bit of vills. If he has units in base, we can take the TP.
What do we go for now?
Let's ship 7th Fulani, because we expect him to make either pikemen or musketeers to deal with raiders and continue training raiders.
Oh my god, this herding is atrocious.
Look at your army. See what we're doing. Okay. We want to kill vills, so let's make that a priority.
Yeah.
Idling him is good. Okay, now we want to pull all of our vills off coin to wood. Ignore the tower. It's in a bad position, so we don't care. We want to kill his villagers on food. All villagers off coin to boot and start trading Fulani after this raider batch. Siege in the manor is fine, because we get some XP from it. Okay, let's have around 6 to 7 villagers on board and start trading Fulani. Okay, so he went for some kind of fast fortress. Check his deck to make sure nothing crazy is going on. I'm not quite sure what he could have. Okay, so nothing too threatening. Let's sell for wood, yeah, and get a house. Let's send units forward. Okay, so we need to be a little bit careful because he just aged, we could have a shipment in, right? No, let's go for Palakuko here. Yeah, because we don't need to overcommit here. He just aged, he's in a bad position because, well, strategy just isn't that good, right? I would say. He's behind in score, which should never happen because Brit is always overscored. Let's get the TP. And Fulani over there as well.
I need to get my explorer back.
Oh, here there are the units. There are the vills. We can just take this, right? Fulani melt through those units, so good job denying the herding. And then, yeah, that's good. Try not to lose any raiders. Nice micro. Pull back to Fulani a little bit, there's no need to have too many here. Okay, let's sell another cattle for wood and then build a second barracks. This would be a point normally where, let's hit Spice Trade.
Okay.
This would be a point normally where you want to maybe switch into Fulani, but not really need. I say Spice Trade here because we are just ahead, so not really a reason to do anything else. We could age. but we don't need to. No need for us to age, we can just get more units.
Just gonna use the see if I can get a raid here quickly. I know that there's
Probably can't because there's goons out, but you can push with the rest of your army. That's fine.
Should I start like training into some raiders, or 'cause I'm just kind of making Fulani at the moment? Do I sell a bit of coin, get a raider?
We can stick to Fulani for now. Maybe next batch we get javelins or raiders.
Do you want me to push forward?
Yeah, let's try it. We want to take out the TP. He has two, so he might have the one on the left side or on the bottom right.
Yeah,
we also want to scout if he's on water. Don't believe he is, but
why
we
does
can
it?
check the fish.
Why are they moving? There we go.
Okay, let's pull the Vils from wood to coin. If you shift click on like the 8, it was now the 5, the amount of villagers, it selects all of them inside the clump, right? So now it selects all of those 5, so we can easily switch. Let's build another house and get javelins. And okay, so he's coming in with, I think that's a native unit, right?
Yeah.
We need javs anyway. We can take it with raiders. What's your Vils?
It's fine, yeah. You can do that if you want.
Yeah, I don't really know those units, but bigger numbers, right? A bit more. Send the Fulani as well. Pull more villagers on coin, because we are mismacroed at the moment. We can also sell cattle for coin and make more Fulani. Try to intercept with the Fulani, send them to the right.
Oh yeah, it's going a little bit wrong here, but it's kind of running me around. But should I go for Fodio? Or just some, yeah.
We could also age actually with this macro. It's up to you.
Yeah, let's age. He isn't really being too aggressive. So.
No. I think he will get falconet soon, so we are in a better position if we can age against it.
Should I go for this to get a quicker age up?
Yes.
Yep.
Cancel the javelins if we can. Because we don't need those.
I'm actually okay here. Waiting for the
Honestly,
gold
let's cancel this coin. Sell cattle for coin and sell food.
Yep.
Sell food and then age with Hausa. Now we always want to age with Hausa because it gives us 700 wood and it allows us to build DCs. Now send 700 infants from the home city.
Yep.
And this is what we talked about right now. You can build 2 more TCs. Or artillery if you need it, but I don't think we do here. And we are in a phenomenal position. Remember, we sent 2 upgrade cards behind this for our villagers. Okay, we're gonna sit behind the palace. We're aging, right? So we invested a lot of resources. Train more jets in the meantime. And we just want to buy time here, so I'm glad he's sieging the present. Does he have falconets with this? He doesn't, right? No. Poke in with the Fulani? Because you have 20... Oh no, we didn't send the card on. That's fine. We still have some range. We have more range than musketeers and tools. So we can poke in with Fulani.
What should we do here with this age up? Should we send a builder?
Yeah, just get a kingdom builder for more town centers. He's not really pushing anything right. He killed 1 Rex. You can poke in with Fulani. You can micro them quite well.
Where should I put the TC? Like, over
to
here?
the left, because his army went right. Yeah. Get another one?
Yeah.
Yeah, we want to get a unit upgrade. Sell cattle for coin.
Yep.
And let's get the range one, of course. And we are fine just sitting here.
Yeah.
For the moment, because we are just aging, and his army didn't look too scary. Then make more Fulani and build a house as well.
Just wait for the upgrade to come in, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, we want to be a little bit careful because I don't really know what those units are. But I'm guessing Javelin to fine. Alright, let's move forward. We don't want to sit too long because he is of course Brits, so he will eventually outskill us.
Let's see what we can do.
Try to focus the goons with the Fulani. Focus the Kev with the Javelins. Use the big button for more raiders. Shooting forward. And I think we want to send like 5 Nafidi here. And get the upgrade from one of your Rexes. The range upgrade, sorry, the melee upgrade.
Yeah.
Kind of mismarked or not mismarked. All of your vills went idle while you started the fight, so that's not good. Okay, this is fine. Could micro the Fulani a little bit better, because of course they do have more range. But we are winning this fight. Send raiders forward.
Should I go javelins here? Or
Javelins are fine. Just for safety. We just want a big fight. We may have some reinforcements that we need to deal with, right? So, okay, this is looking very good. Let's pull back a little bit, wait for your upgrade to come in the Nafidi. Do you have the melee upgrade queued?
yeah, I need to get it in. Let me do that now.
Good thing about Hausa is the buff spell.
What is going on? Where is... Oh my god. Wait, what? What's going on?
Hey, still here?
What happened there? Yeah, I'm still there, yeah. I don't know what happened there.
Not sure if I drop or you drop. I can watch the...
Yeah, we can sort it out after.
Okay, well, you're in a very good position here. Once the Javs come in, you can push.
Yeah, Javs are in.
Just push his resources. We don't want to fight under his TC, we just want to find out where is he gathering.
Yeah, he's got a lot of bows.
That's good, because we made the Fidi right. We shipped Lafidi at the very least. Make more Lafidi, now that we know.
Yeah. Yeah, one sec. Okay, I can sort that in a minute. Okay, we've got 9 more Lafidi coming out. Should we push on this? Because he's basically got bow dragoon right now.
Yes, we push on this, yes. Because the ego's also better than yours, right, at this point. Probably. Despite that we have 3 TCs, we will have more. Or more villages at very least. So we want to do damage, yes. And you have a very scary master. Yeah, just catches our army. We are fine fighting on PC, really. Focus the Wing to Star with the Jeffs. Focus the Brits with the Fulani. Let the Lafidi do what they do. And we should be fine. Yeah, I'd be very surprised if we lose this fight. Make units, Jeffs.
Yeah.
Make sure to make macro while fighting. It's a hard part of the game.
Yeah.
This looks fine, honestly.
He's a lot of bowmen though.
Yeah, maybe pull back the javelins, but keep fighting with the Fulani. We are fine just fighting with Fulani. They trade okay.
I'm gonna back up.
And we can also wait for a Lafidi reinforcement.
We're
He's
going
on
for...
mills, which is good.
Yeah.
Push with the big button and the Lafidi reinforcements, and we should clean him.
Yep.
You have more Fulani coming in as well.
Yep. Start to actually peel a couple of them off.
You can also switch to water. Once you put vills on wood and gather some, we can put a duck on each side.
Yeah. The raiders here. Where are the raiders? I thought I got the raiders in.
You did. They went somewhere.
Okay, there we go. Yeah. Okay, cool. Right, let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Sort that out before we do go.
Keep training units while you fight. Oh, you wall. Fair play by him though. The walls. Very annoying. Strong. I'm fine just sieging down this wall because I don't think he has any anti-cat here. Keep training Lifidi. I think that's basically all we need here. Because he was relying on the longbow wall strategy. So. And I think we just win the game. He's only training Lifidi, longbow here, so our eco is better at this point. It should be cleaned up. Put down the docks, one on each side. Put the griots in your Fulani.
Yeah, I've done that.
We are in a very good position here. Drop a third barracks, I would say. Basically, we can just aim move here. Now that we have full map control, we can also start gathering the hunt close to him. It's like right in the middle to the bottom right. Just select your TCs and right click on that so they all go. Oh, it's a berry bush actually. May not be the best idea.
1,000 influence. Start getting the Valks maybe. I don't know.
No, let's just get the unit upgrades. Lightning upgrade or the. Oh, we don't have folio range actually. Might be a good one to get. And otherwise, one of the upgrade cards in the H3 is also good. Okay, start training fishing boats. And get a dock on the right side as well. He re-walled. Cheeky. Remember to keep training bills. You need houses, but still. Now you have
Yep.
And I think we want a macro for an H up here.
Where's all of his stuff? He must be over here.
Yeah.
Right?
Probably in the back, all of it.
Okay, he's got a foul. I'm just gonna go do this then.
We can get it with the griot. The griots. We don't need to, because we are ahead. It'll be Focus the griots on the falconets. It basically halves their rate of fire if you griots on them, so it's very good. Effectively, halving the rate of fire of 2 falconets means that you immobilize 1 falconet, basically, right? Only 1 falconet remaining.
Yeah.
I've seen this before in your level when I watched Merlin also play. They don't resign. They don't.
No, no, it is annoying. We'll just do this then.
We want to use our influence for something. You can build raiders or get a kingdom builder thing. Or bells. Universities.
What was that? Sorry, use the what? Sorry?
Yeah, I think I'm right.
Huh?
You have influence, so we can use it for something. We can use it for kingdom builders to make universities and palaces, which will generate more influence. You can make falconets. Don't think that will really help us here.
Okay.
You need to micro them well. I would say basically this is more eco, right? To kingdom builders. If you use it for university and a palace, it's just more eco.
Like, where is all of his stuff?
Probably behind. Like he has quite a lot of room behind. It's a very defensive map in that aspect. Yeah, like all of these mills to the side. It's a winged Hussar enthusiast. Keep training vills. All of your coil mines ran out, I think.
Yeah, I know, I'm starting to run out of... Keep training fishing boats because we have enough. What should I go for here, like? Influence? I don't really know.
No, just
you know.
Yeah, the Fulani or the Jeff card are both good. After the unit shipments, the university cards are also not a bad shout. Not the best card, but if we have nothing else to send, I'd rather send it than influence here.
Yeah.
You want to send the house, that's also a pretty good card. So we want to make sure that what we are doing here is efficient. I'm a bit behind, I think, but I see you're just sieging some walls. That doesn't really do a lot for us, right? We don't want to be hitting the mills, want to be hitting the military buildings, want to be hitting DC Kids economy. Sieging the mill is also not a bad shout, but this Mars of Infinity, they will go down very quickly. Gives you some XP. This guy just has 5 bikes, so I don't know what we are doing.
I know. I guess we're gonna move all the way over to wood now. Start going
Field transition. Very fun.
Yeah, very fun. Oh my god, this guy, dude. Shall I just like... Oh, I'm just gonna run round and kill vills.
Yeah.
Like he's got.
He doesn't have an army, so we don't have anything to be scared of.
I've got so much gold. Like.
Yeah, but that you also have a lot of gold because you have nothing else to gather, right? So it's not a huge problem, to be honest. I always wonder what the thought process is here. Maybe if I train 5 more H2 pike, I come in this game.
Yeah, I don't really get it either, to be honest. Hey.
Good job. Alright, that was nicely played by you. Let's take a look at the graphs.
Yeah, sure.
There are a few things that I would say we can take from this game. First of all, your villager production was lacking at certain points. If you look at your graph, you can see a lot of flat spots. I don't see it on the stream yet, but it was very, very consistent. So
there were a few
not
issues.
only in the beginning, also later. Later in the game, I can understand it, but if you look in the beginning, it's quite a lot. Basically, look at what your progression should be if you train constantly, and then try to extrapolate it to if you were to what you're doing right now. Upon hitting H3, I think you could have had 10 more vills, maybe more, just by training them.
Yeah, I think it's because it was because I was trying a macro to get the raiders out, so I was using the food to get the raiders, and then it was not allowing me to then get the villager. So I think I was definitely gathering too much coin at the start. Yeah. So I think that's one of the main issues.
It's quite hard, but you will get a hang of it.
40 vills at 15 minutes, not 24. Yeah, true. It was really that bad before. Yeah, I was getting pushed there, and there was a lot of time there that I could have got some villagers. Yeah.
Think your control groups could use some working on. I notice you use javelins and raiders in the same group. Ideally, we want to split those because they serve different functions, of course. So we want to have Fulani on one group, javelins on the other, and raiders on a third group. I just use 1, 2, 3 for this. So 1 for Fulani, 2 for goons, and 3 for handcav.
Yeah.
And I would suggest starting to learn this. It will take some time. It will be annoying, but it will pay off in the end. What I like to do, and I think I am one of the few ones who does this, but I like to have my units in their respective groups at all times. So if I only have raiders, I always have them on the third group, not on the first. What this does, it makes sure that your raiders are always the third group, and it doesn't matter how many other units you have. If you put your main cav group on the first group, then once you have some other units, you have to switch it again. I find that quite annoying.
Yeah.
So what I would suggest is make sure you're using at least 3 groups for units.
Yeah.
And put the raiders on the third group, and then add more as you have them. And you will see if you split your javelins and raider groups, you can micro them much more efficiently. And micro is something that you need to work on, but it will come in time once you play a little bit more. And
cool.
Right. I think in general this was played quite well. He did a bit of a weird strat, but we dealt with it appropriately and won the game. So good job.
Awesome. There we go. Nice. Before we get into the next one, I just want to quickly look at some of the comments. The Palaku and Spice Trade OP. I bet the Vil count is double for Brits. Brit is a Revnak enthusiast. Buy some cannons, Widgie. You got influence. Low elo fight to the death. This is probably the best matchup Hausa has. And you still won. Tell me the Civ is not busted. Yeah, I mean, the Songhai opening is extremely strong. It's just a lot of units very early. So it's quite a difficult thing to defend, I would say. What's with all the YouTube streams? As I say, like I mentioned this at the start, but yeah, I'm streaming just for a little bit on YouTube. I'm just going to see how it goes. I know we don't have as much viewers in as we had, obviously, with I know that Lionheart is obviously streaming at the moment as well, but we've got about 30 viewers in, which is awesome. So we normally get that amount, to be honest, when Lionheart is streaming anyway, sometimes even less. So it's actually quite good. It's actually quite, promising. So yeah, I am getting a bit of, it's not lag. I'm getting like slight FPS drop when I'm playing. I don't know whether it might be because I'm also streaming to Bram as well in Discord, as well as streaming to you guys. But it's not. It's like 10 FPS drop, I would say. It's just noticeable. It's not the end of the world. It's just something that I'm noticing.
Yeah, a bit annoying.
Yeah. But no, I mean, as I say, Twitch community bigger for AoE3. I mean, YouTube has a bigger audience though. Like, I've had this debate and discussion before. Like, you know, like YouTube has a larger audience, but YouTube have not yet fully invested into like the streaming side of things. Like, some things are still a little bit basic with the streaming side. Like, you can do super chats, you can do donations and stuff. But, you know, I think the audience for AoE3 is way bigger on YouTube than it is Twitch. Like, more eyes basically see it. Anyway.
Here we go again. So, on this map, quick note, all of the big treasures are on the top left and bottom right, and the other side is the GP line. So we want to send our explorer that way. Choose one.
Yeah.
You can even see some of the treasures right near the trading post. That's also an advantage.
Yeah. So when I gather this one, right?
Yeah.
We'll just do a basic attack for that. Won't stress about that too much. Oh, that is annoying. That could have come over there, but it didn't.
So when you use chaos, try to attack it first. Get a maximum.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Attack one, then attack the other, then use chaos.
Yeah. Okay. Got ya.
You can take a treasure with like 2 tigers, 2 lions, without taking any damage. You're the only explorer in the game that's able to do that. It's a very big advantage.
Can have a little wander around here.
So someone in chat asks, are Javs the best Goon type unit at the moment? I don't think so. They have a bit of an awkward animation, means you can't kite with them very well. Barbarian Cavalry are very strong at the moment. Javelins are okay. The good thing about them is you can get them very early, they're very cheap and they only cost 1 pop. They're not the best unit in any way. Let's get that food treasure on the top that we just scouted as well.
This one here, yeah.
Yeah, it's 80 food. We can take it if we just the normal creeping, right? So we shoot it and run back and then shoot it again.
Yeah, I actually need to work on that because I'm not very good at that. I'm going to be honest with you. Like where you confuse it in its range.
Yeah, so you just go back. You need to have a little bit of feeling to know when to shoot.
Yeah.
Thankfully, your explorer is good.
Yeah,
so
oh, it's just.
Let's try again. I think you want to have your mouse on the animal as you run away.
Oh, for heaven's sake!
This is fine.
It's fine. I'll just
I'm not quite sure what the science behind it is. I think you want to be just outside of its range, so you kind of bug it out, right? And not be inside of its range with the attack. But I'm not quite sure. When H14 fills, cancel his fill, click song out.
Yeah.
Right, then keep the fills on food again, right?
Yeah.
Get your explorer back. We want to sell enough food to get 200 coin.
Yeah. Okay, and then we go for that, right? Put that down.
Get the food upgrade, a wood upgrade, and then put all of them in the wood.
Grab that treasure there.
And herd in those animals while you're at it.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. We do the same thing we did last game. So this time, let's send the war camp and the palace forward.
Okay, right. And the palace.
Yes, the palace as well. It's more important to defend our forward base than to get more influence from the university.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, we need one more house and we need 100 wood for the food gathering upgrade. Then upon age up, we want to gather the coin crates with 2 vills and task those and all new villagers on coin and have all of your other villagers on food. Yeah, so all on food now.
Yeah.
And all new villagers on coins, send your waypoint there. And let's send the war camp forward.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Gather the coin crates.
Yep. Do I use... How many do I use? 2?
2, yeah.
Yep. Okay. Cool. What's
Get
happening?
snares.
Yeah. Put this in?
Yeah, put it there, it's
Oh.
fine.
Yeah.
Wrong way. Yeah.
Yeah, don't
Scout
put the
this
wrong
place,
thing down.
which you explore.
Yeah.
And then, I think we're good here. New village on coin, make sure your waypoint's set correctly.
Yep.
Send the palace forward and gather up the influence crates. Having the Rex forward also has the hidden advantage that you can start trading raiders later, so you can get a batch of
So
5.
he's opening stables.
Yeah, so we see the opening stables, it means we need to adapt a little bit. It means we want, as soon as this raider batch is finished, we don't want a second batch of raiders, we want javelins. Yeah, so we need like 6, 7 villagers on coin. And I would ship, say, 5 raiders here. Don't need Fulani, also because we're playing against France, right? So they have very strong villagers with range resist, so I need to work on that. And the big button.
Yep.
Let's send our raiders to the right to try and intercept any incoming SR. We don't want to go full our raiders without javelins, because 5 of us trade very well against 10 raiders. So we want to send them a little bit back. The goal is to intercept any possible raids. Now that we have some Fulani, we didn't see how many. I don't think enough.
Yeah, it wasn't enough.
2. Sell cattle for wood. Once we hit that 40 pop, we always want to sell for wood and then build a house. Watch your raiders, you're behind TC, which is a bit scary, because it means he can pop Minutemen, and if he did that correctly, he would have had 5 Aster to snare you and pop Minutemen.
Yeah.
Minutemen have a multiplier against raiders from main now, so we need to be very careful with that. Okay, we're getting raid. Send all of your cav back. So this is what we wanted to prevent by sending the raiders on the right side, right? That was kind of the idea. I tried to intercept those hospital raiders by sending them to the bottom. So the idea with sending the raiders to the right was to intercept those husks and then use jabs to clean them up. Now we can do the same thing. Perfect. Now if we did that the other way, we wouldn't have lost any vills, right? That's something to keep in mind. That's very good. Okay, switch coin vills to wood, start training Fulani. All of them. Train Fulani and put your military shipping point on the palace if you haven't. I think you already did it.
Yeah, it's already on the palace, yeah.
Make sure to group your
Shall I
explorer
get
in
this
your
to increase
javelins.
HP? I might do that just for
that's fine.
noob friendly stuff. We'll wait for the Fulani, then I'll probably go in. I would say, just see what we got.
He's aging probably, so it's fine. We just wait for the Fulani. Then we push. Then we want to siege houses which are conveniently all on the front and in a sort of like an apartment style, so we can get all of them in one go. Alright, let's go. If you can, use different control groups for raiders and jabs.
Yeah.
His age up, which we expected. He already used Minutemen, so it's good, because it means he can't use them now. We do need to focus him down though. Alright, so just siege the houses. Kind of try to surround TC. Because we want to catch any shipment that pops out. If he pops 8 skirmishers on the back here, then we may not be in a good position to intercept it. So we want to, basically just surround with all we got. Here more Pungani, build a house. Probably get a second Rex at this point as well. So sell cattle for boot and build a Rex. Okay, so you pop goons and make sure your Pungani are in a good position. Okay, put the raiders full. Use the big button. Send more raiders full. Maybe a little bit too late. Okay, we want to back off. And I think this trade is fine for us actually. Somehow, some way. It didn't look too good, but it's just Hausa magic, I suppose. Focus Fulani on the goons. That's not the best trade we could do. Are the raiders coming forward? No, they're still.
Why do they go there? Like, I definitely put it to here. My military's there, so why does it come out the TC?
The big button always comes from a TC, but you do need to change your waypoint there. Alright, let's pull fills off wood.
Yeah, we've got way too many onward here.
I think we want some javelins now. So sell a cattle for coin, get javelins, and we can get, let's get griots here. It's a good opportunity to get griots.
Where do you get grills from, David?
From the shipment. And you get it from the university, but we want a shipment, that's fine. Fills? Keep training fills. We need to think about victory conditions. What does he have to beat us? He is slightly ahead, but what does he have to beat us? 3 crochets or 2 folk nets. That's the scary part. Griots deal with both of those. That's why we're getting. It's also why we're getting javelins.
Yeah.
And we do want to push once those griots arrive, because we are a bit on time. His army is better than ours. We'll get better than ours. So we need to keep it small.
I'm making a few raiders mixed in with that. I think that would be quite good.
Pull all veils of wood. We have too much. Build a house. Once we're while we're at it. Once these units finish, we can go. Need to go.
Fodio or 700 coin?
Let's get Fodio. We need to end the game because our armies aren't good, okay? He's going around. This is why we need to end the game. So we're not in the position to play them later game.
Right, let's go.
Yeah, it's fine. Let's surround the TC again, for the same reason. He's gonna pop Fox, but at least he will want to pop at some point. We need to be in a position to kill those. Siege in the TC is fine. The threat to us is shipments. If we can get TC down, that would be amazing.
We should go
I think
for
that's all he has, actually. Yeah, Fodio. I think that's all he has, the guns. He doesn't really have anything more. We idled him a lot, but I don't know if his eco is really that bad. So he has more guns. Can't tell if the TC is almost down, but if it is, just siege with the raiders. That's... yeah, we're fine with this. Okay. Very good. This means it doesn't have Fox, and your Fulani beat goons, especially with Fodio. I think we could just go in. Very good. Right. That should be game. Okay, I was gonna say see how long it stays in the game, but not too long it seems. Yeah, these are the perks or the downsides of being a Hausa neighbor. We are discriminated against quite a lot.
I think just a little bit. I think we are discriminated a little bit. Yeah, I feel a lot better when I get a win with Lakota. I feel like I'm against the curve, and I managed to actually win the game. But
Yeah.
no, it's Hausa, H2. It is kind of crazy. I like what you said about the whole surrounding TC. That's actually quite a good thing.
Yep. So
So anything that pops out, you can snare it. Whether it's like dragoons or something, you can snare them and get on top of them. If it's falcons, they're basically dead. I like what you said there.
yeah. So we barely beat this army. It went pretty well, but that's also
Yeah,
because he had 10 goons the other side of the map, right? If we can keep the army weak, we can take it. But once he has, let's say, 15 skirmishers, 10 goons, it becomes a hard army to beat because his army is just better, right? It's an H up.
yeah, and I think, as I say, the catch of the 5 Hus was very nice. So that was a really good thing as well. And I think he just ran out of hunts. So and the real bad thing was when he was here. I don't know what he was doing here because I can't see any hunts. But he might be on the mine, maybe. Yeah. Okay, so he was on the mine, and then he had no TC to go back to. So it's basically, it was just GG that he's just going to lose all the vills. I never know. He's got double stable here and a Rax, but in this situation, you think that sieging the TC was more ideal because he's probably going to have another shipment.
Yeah,
Was that the kind of
orc versus, and we want to prevent that.
Yeah.
Double stable doesn't mean anything because he can't train from double stable. He doesn't have the economy for it.
Yeah.
I don't know why he did it. He went full goons, it seems, but I mean, Fulani are very good units. I don't think you can blame an OP Sith when you do that.
Plus 19.
Look at that, almost 1500.
Woohoo! We're nearly there.
Yeah.
With a little bit of help and a strong Civ, we can get there. But no, as I say, playing against more experienced players, it's going to help me when I do go back to other Civs. If I want to go back to Lakota, for example, like this whole mindset of trying to improving decision making and when to do things and when not to do things, it will help.
Yeah. We are playing a strong Civ, of course, but
France is pretty strong, to be fair. They're probably not as strong, but their eco is very, very strong.
Especially for Hausa, they're very good against Hausa. So, and I am not just sitting here telling you I just play the strong Civ and you will win. We're also just improving the gameplay, right? That's what matters.
Yeah, and my field creation was better. I think a little bit better. Yeah, we got decent.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
There a little bit of downtime here, and then I'm concentrating on the fights. Obviously, it's hard.
That part was a bit of advanced game knowledge, but we scout the stable. We know he's going to be raiding us, so we can do two things. We can attack with the raiders and get caught by Hussar and Minutemen and whatever pops out, or we can just sit back and try to send the Cav to a position where we can catch units.
Yeah.
And you didn't quite execute it correctly because you sent them to the bottom. What I would have liked is to send them to the 3 o'clock position, to the native TP on the right, somewhere around that region. We have a balance in the middle, of course, so we can't come through there, or we will see him. But if we send this to, let's say, the raiders to the right, javelins to the left, top left of your base.
Yeah.
Not all the way on the top, but in an intercepting path, we will find these Cav, and once we find them, we can intercept them and kill them, and we will be ahead.
Yeah. And I like the fact that so why didn't we go for the last game went for Palaka Code, right? We went for that, and then we went for Spice Trade, went for more of an eco game. Whereas this game wasn't so much that. Was that because of the fact that he kind of went for a semi-FF? So we had to pressure him with units and rather than investing in eco?
Yeah, it has to do with what I was talking about in the very beginning, picking a strategy and recognizing what our weaknesses and our strengths are. He goes for a semi-FF. This means that he sacrifices army and economy in early H2 to get to H3 quickly. This means that he is benefiting from strong H3 shipments and play. So we need to pick a strategy that counters this strong H3 shipments and play. If we go for a more economic approach, we give him time to breathe. We give him time to send shipments. We give him time to master strong arm. If we go for an aggressive approach, we don't allow that, and we kill the shipment one by one, surrounding the DC, snaring units, putting pressure, idling his economy.
So would there be a part here? Would there be a potential kind of different kind of play where we would maybe send 700 coin, like, you know, where we had that favorable, we did have a kind of an exchange, you know, maybe it was we evenly lost troops, right? I think it was the first kind of battle that we did, and it was looking a bit dicey, and we backed off.
Yeah.
So at that point when we backed off, could an alternative play be to ship 700 coin and then try and age before he ages, or maybe we age around the same time and then we have to play age 3? Or is this more of an optimal thing because Hausa is obviously very strong in age 2?
It
You
would have
see
been
what
an
I'm saying?
alternative, but I
Yeah,
believe that we play into our strengths better by staying H2 in that scenario. We can
yeah,
age behind it, but in general, you Hausa at least does not want to age if they are not ahead.
yeah,
Which means that if we had a sort of a dicey trade, exactly like you say, if we age there, we give him time to breathe, to regroup. And what we wanted to
yeah,
do is make more units and kill him with the griots, with the raiders.
yeah,
He sent those goons back to raid, which was a sort of a blessing in disguise. But even if he had those goons at home, we wanted to be there to push in while his army mass was low and while the falconets and crochets were not out yet.
hmm. Yeah. So I would say, like, the majority of the time, obviously, I mean, nearly all the time, pretty much nearly all the time, you're always going to be playing H2 with Hausa. You're going to be playing it. It's all about how long we want to stay in there.
Yeah.
Like, do we want to, like, if we're against Inca, okay, they're most likely going to play H2 as well. So we probably want to try and match their eco. Like, we would kind of want to go with maybe, you know, the spice trade, the Polaku code potentially. Same with Brits as well. Like, civs that are generally going to maybe boom in H2, we probably want to kind of keep up with their eco. Is that fair to say, or would you say maybe the opposite, and that we want to ship a lot of units and try and do? I
Yeah,
don't know. Like,
maybe
it's tricky.
maybe not necessarily. It's a partly game knowledge, so it's not exactly you can't exactly say when to you do what.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
But House has one of those civs that does not want to H2, H3 before their opponent. Basically, never. So there's no
yeah,
reason for us to age if our opponent is not aged.
yeah,
Here he is aged, of course, but then it comes back to what I was saying earlier in that we had an opportunity to kill him before his H3 potential got too strong, before he could execute his strategy.
yeah. Okay.
Why did we go for more of an economic approach in last game? Because we had a very favorable early H2, and
Yeah.
because we got an advantage that way. And we could have used that
Mhm.
advantage in a few ways, but in general, if you're ahead, you want to get more ahead. Invest resource in getting more ahead.
Yeah.
So we can, if we're ahead, we can go very aggressive. It's a risk, because if we go very aggressive and it doesn't pay off, we lost our advantage. What we would prefer to do is use our advantage to send economic cards which our opponent cannot punish because we are at an advantage, and then use that advantage to get an even bigger advantage.
Okay.
Right. We got some very concerned chatters, I see. You are forced to play H2. How can one counter this? House has weak to Musk Falk. So as as France, you want to open Musk, add Hussar later, and then get an H up and add Falconets. And it's an okay matchup for France, really. Starting Muskas is pretty okay, because Raiders don't like to play against Hussar. Starting Huss is not the best option, just because we scout it and we make 5 jabs, and with a bit of luck we catch the Huss and then you're behind. So we want to start Musketeers as France, and add Hussars later. And we want to get that H-up in to get Falconets, because Hausa just really does struggle against Falconets.
Yeah, because the only real thing is you either try and dive on the Falconet, or you have to then invest to get Culverins.
Yes. And
Long
in
live the Dutch
H2, we
King.
do not favor, we do not trade very favorably. Yes, hello.
So
It's not
Harrison, it's
actually
good to
me,
see
guys.
yeah, just say H2 and spam units of. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it plays perfect into my strategy, because, like, me myself, I hate FFs, I hate FIs, I don't like them because there's too much reliance on keeping your army alive, and if you lose it, you've basically pretty much lost. You're very fragile in both an FF situation and more, and not so much in an FI, but you're way more vulnerable to being I hate defending, basically. I hate having to do the defense. I love putting the pressure on, and then I make a decision. Okay, if I'm ahead, can we age up? Obviously, it depends on the civ. Have I spent too long in age 2? I maybe now need to age up. I have the advantage. They've lost a lot of, whether they've lost vills. They probably they're probably scared. They probably are going to be, they probably think that I'm going to be raiding them more, so they want to stay in age 2 to defend, which is great for me, so I can then age up. That's how I kind of play Lakota. I take map control. Then when the opponent, is just so tired of having to create units, he sees me ding up into age 3, and it's like, oh well, what am I going to do now? I've got rifle riders, I've got Wakinas and all this kind of stuff. So that's how I like to play games, like semi-FF. So probably Germany is probably a good civ for me, but I've never just really caught on to playing them. Like they're a very good semi-FF civ. They have huge tempo, and they've got good age 2 tower rushes as well. Germany could be a good civ for me, but I say I just not a huge fan of Euro civs. I don't find them particularly interesting.
You're a DE lamer, that's what we call that.
No, I'm a native enjoyer at heart. It's the natives. I love all the natives pretty much. Maybe the least is Howd, but they're all fun to me.
Yeah.
Cool. Right.
So Kevin, the javelins are not amazing versus falconets because they have that very clunky animation. Dragoons can move in, shoot instantly, move out. Javelins, they throw a spear and they take 4 seconds to do it. They throw it like they've never thrown a spear in their life. So they stand there throwing it, and it's just not good. You lose a lot of units. They don't have a lot of HP, so if you try to snipe falconets with javelins, you will lose a lot of HP and use a lot of units. Usually it's not worth it. And with Dragoons, you can move in very quickly, shoot it, and move back, and it's a much more efficient trade.
Just something on, I know, Kevin, you mentioned, remind me why no Twitch. So just to get, I obviously probably have to mention this after every game, just for anybody who's coming in. But at the moment, I'm just trying out YouTube for now. So it's definitely not permanent. I don't know whether or not I want to just try it out on YouTube and see how it goes. A lot of my content is on YouTube anyway. Obviously, all the videos that I do, I spend way more time on YouTube rather than Twitch. Also, Twitch have stupidly, for no real reason, I don't know why, I don't know how it's happened, but they've obviously suspended me or banned me twice in 2 months, and I've had to appeal it, and I do get my account back. And from that, I was just sort of like, oh well, I'm just a bit fed up with it. So I've kind of moved over to YouTube for a little bit. And we're going to see how it goes because, not a lot of people are, that interested in watching streams on YouTube that much. But I think there is an audience of people who do watch my YouTube videos that might not necessarily go on Twitch. And YouTube is obviously, the bigger audience as well. There's a larger audience on YouTube. I like to mix Berber camels in my radius so opponent can't really use Cav. Yeah, I guess that's quite good if you go for the Berber age up. I would imagine.
The Berber camels are very good. They're a strange unit, but they're very good, yeah.
I would imagine it's quite good against Germany.
Yes. Very good.
I imagine you'd have to go Berber probably against Germany. And then maybe open up with Falanis. And then
not
go
cool.
Berber or
depends.
not?
Some Germans try to tower rush you, which they
yeah.
use Falani, but if they just start a few Ulans in an age afterwards, you don't want any because you just want to basically fall up an age at some point. You want to start age 2 and then fall up because otherwise you can't take on the army. It's too strong. Germany is a good civ right now. Berber camels are really strange cav, right? They're cav, hand cav that are good against other hand cav and infantry, and they are countered by skirmishers, so they're a bit of a strange unit.
Cheers, Henry. All right, Henry Knox. Yeah, I know you. I know you from. Obviously, people have different names, don't they? Sometimes on YouTube and Switch, but yeah, I appreciate it. As I say, I will be putting together a video. I don't know whether I'll just sort of publish the past stream or whether I will take maybe a game or two, put it into a video and put it on the channel so you guys could see. I'm not too sure yet. I'll have to see. But once this stream is finished, the video will become unlisted, so you guys won't be able to see it immediately. And then I just need to think about what I want to do. Like, do I want to publish it or release it, or do I want to edit a few bits and then release it as a new video? basically. It's kind of hard to explain. But cool. We are in a game.
Back in again. Wow.
Yeah, quick as that.
You have no time to breathe.
I don't. Against
this
Ports.
this is a known guy, right? It's Ronex. I recognize the name. I think he plays team. You're blocking the mark.
Oh my.
There we go.
What should I do with this guy? Should I get him?
What is it? I can't see. It's a blowgunner. Yeah, you can, but you need to.
We'll melee him.
Yeah. And he still does decent damage. So there's
it's
a
Roan next
small,
yeah.
small efficiency trick you can do. The first cow that we start with does not decay. So if you leave it, if it's dead and you leave it and don't gather it, it doesn't lose food.
Oh, I
So-
didn't know that.
Optimally, we want to only have one villager on the cow once we train our first villager, once we kill our first villager. So once we have our first villager killed, we want to move all but one villager onto the cow. And what I like to do is, once the first villager is queued, you start with 5 vills, right? Once the first villager is queued, use 1 to build a granary, use 1 to herd in a animal, and use 2 to kill a second animal. And then you have 1 villager remaining on the cow.
Jesus,
are
that's
the
just,
very
that's just gone
small
straight
details.
over my head. That has. I'm gonna have to watch your stream. Just if you send me a replay, I can just watch it. I think it's very difficult. It's hard to explain. Like it sounds complicated, but it
Maybe.
probably isn't.
Those are small details that we can eventually we will work on it. It's fine. Sell the root. I forgot because I was talking too much.
Yeah, that's my fault.
What are your hotkeys for selling the wood in a market? If you open the market.
I don't. I just kind of click it, and then I could do CV, but I always just click it because I'm kind of scared about if I accidentally click the wrong one. So
yeah,
it's not ideal, but for me, it kind of works for now because I mean I probably
for
should.
me it's V and B, I believe. So I've got some hotkeys. I do use it, and what I do, my market hotkey is on Z, so I do Control Z to select it, and then press V or B, and I can do it very quickly. But yeah, you need to get comfortable with it. Let's start on unit control groups first, because those are much more important. Did you know you can also hold control and click the button on the left, and it works the exact same way. So if you control click that wood icon,
No.
yeah, you can.
Ah.
Try it at the university.
What about with the trade post? Can you switch it if you just control it as well? Does it swap the?
No, but you can select the trade post and then press the button to select all of a kind, all of a unit, and then change one. It will change it for all.
Wow. I didn't know that. I've learned
There are
something
quite
today.
a few tricks of those. That kind. Cancel the fill on age 14.
Yeah, I always forget that.
And keep fills on food, because we're going to sell again, right?
Yeah.
We only need to sell twice, because we have a lot of food, coin, which is good. Send the explorer back. Right.
Okay.
Sell food, get the wood upgrade, all fills on wood.
Oh my god, it works. It's amazing. Sorry.
All fills wood, and get the wood upgrade.
Yeah. Can we pull any more herds in? Yeah, I'm just going to pull that one in.
Yeah, it works. It's quite wood.
What are you guys doing? Okay.
Now, this is, maybe surprisingly, it's quite a hard matchup. Maybe not at your level, but if you play against a good Portuguese player,
Yes.
famous.
But it happens like I don't want to be that kind of guy, but it literally happens nearly every other game. Someone always says, "Is this the real one?" I'm like, yeah. Well, if there was another guy, then he'd be a real loser.
I mean, there were like 6 Harrisons on the ladder at one point.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It happens. Right. Pull the fill of wood once we reach 100. Our macro is quite tight, as you may have noticed, so we need to be very attentive, which is why I say it also. If it didn't matter, I wouldn't say it, but if you gather 100 wood too many, you can't get raiders up. Send the work camp forward. 2 vills in the crates.
I'm gonna put that. Yeah.
battle scar, and snares. And ideally, you want to do all of those things in about 3 to 4 seconds.
Yeah, crazy, innit? FF into Halb stuff? Yeah, probably.
Yes, that's the hard part, and then they follow it up with a throw, and that's very hard to break. 3 TCs, it's hard to do anything about it. Right, send your explorer forward to scout. You basically, we haven't really touched upon that, but you want to build the university, and then instantly just send to the other side to scout what he's doing. And you will arrive around his bishop. That was forward. Put it in front of your war camp, so cancel the foundation. We want to put it in front to buy time. Trade route's kind of in the way, but it's fine. We want to buy time with it, so if he does come with a push with organs, we want to buy time. He's here, which is pretty good. Big button. Trade more raiders.
Yep.
Third in the tier if you can. Now let's go. There are a few things you can do. You can go to the first TC and try to idle vills there, or you can just siege second TC. I think the first TC is better. The good thing about the fact that he has his TCs relatively close together is that we can catch the third TC wagon. So this is your objective now. He's gonna.
Where's it gonna come out of? Which one's it gonna come out of?
We don't know, but since they're close together, it's good. If the second one was in the middle, we don't know. So your objective here is to kill the third TC wagon, and you can basically always do that because they are so close. Once we send the third shipment, which you're doing right now, we want to pull all of our coin fields to wood and sell a cattle for a house. It's part of a build order, so now we can train Fulani. Keep your raiders together, because we wanna have them all in one place, siege the same thing. And then if he ages, we go to the other TC.
Yeah.
Probably, unless he pops here, that would be a mistake. It's kind of framing around. Do you wanna pause the game or?
Yeah, is he pausing it? Why doesn't he pause it? Fuck's sake.
Oh, there he goes. Oh.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Now you're known as Toxic Impulser. Pause the game. Again.
Wait, did he? Oh, fuck me.
Yeah, he impassed it. You impassed it because you paused at the same time.
Jesus. Big Widgie, 2 games away from 1500. Well, it could be 1 game. There's 18 points, but I don't know what Ronix is on.
I think it's relatively high.
So what are we doing right now? We've got too many on coin, right? Are we going to think about continuing with raiders here?
Yeah, you want to switch the coin fills to wood. This is the part of the build order. So what we did, right, we put new villages on coin. We will have around 5, 6, 7, around 6 to 7, I would say. Once we hit 40 pop, then we sell a cow for wood.
Yes.
And pull all of our vills off of coin to wood, in general. There are exceptions. For example, last game we needed javelin, so we need more coin. Now we just need more Fulani, because we have more raiders incoming. We have more than enough coin. So yeah, all of those vills, put them on. Except 2. Put 2 on food. We can do it now. We can use the micro, the pause micro.
How do you do that? How do I?
You can just use it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just.
Hang on. You can shift click on these villagers as well. Or put it to it like this. What do you mean how you can do it? If you select a group of fills and then shift click individual ones, you deselect.
Yeah, I did that. I tried that actually, it didn't work, but let's just leave it. It's done now. I've put 2 to there. I've put 7 to there, and yeah. So where's my next hunt actually? I need to pull it in. This one here probably.
I think you already have 2. You have quite a lot in your base.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay.
Notice he has a TP. Okay, we're ready.
Yes.
Notice he has a TP, so once we need to get out of here for some reason, we can try to go to the TP, but we need to be careful of things. The Fulani are incoming. Change the shipment point for the next shipment to the palace. We may get this town center actually to the palace. Because we're shipping 5 raiders next. Are those minimum? I can tell.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't have anything else.
What should I go for here? Like
5 raiders.
Yeah.
Yeah. We want to strangle him. Basically, suffocate him. Okay, good job.
Nice.
This wasn't a connection loss, I believe. So he just quit. Okay.
Oh, no, okay, he's out. Okay. He might have
Probably
got a
his
bit annoyed.
internet was just bad. Yeah. Okay. All right.
But I don't know. Like, I'm not saying that what he was doing there was wrong. But I felt like I don't want to say like he's making excuses. I don't know. His internet might be quite bad, but I guess there's nothing much. Like maybe he could have popped the Minutemen earlier, perhaps. But then I could have just swarmed on it.
He should be up earlier.
Yeah, basically, did he have his TC too far away, right? Because the other one was unable to shoot.
What's the time now? The game time? I can't tell.
7:54.
Yeah, so he should be aged up already. Should be fast aging. So that's the mistake. Because if he's aged, he gets 30C to distract your attention. And then
but if I can get that though, that's not bad, is it?
Yeah, but he can ship goons, and then we need to be careful.
Yeah, because
I think this TC position is like the worst of both worlds. It doesn't protect anything. It's not close enough so it serves as a defensive TC, and it's not
like
far
this would have
enough
been
to
quite
take
good.
Control. Yeah, and like
that would have been maybe better. Yeah.
Yeah, because if he has two next to each other, his TC fire is just gonna do a lot of damage, and we need to be careful. This doesn't do anything. Doesn't give him map control. Doesn't give him a defensive advantage. It's a compromise, but it doesn't. It's bad.
Bram,
if he puts it forward, if he puts it forward, then we need to. We have trouble finding the TC wagon. So if our raiders are in the middle and then he pops it home, we need to go straight there, and he will have a lot of build time.
Someone's asking, what is the general strat versus ports?
What we just did, basically. Yeah,
I love it.
We need to go Songhai. You can't really go Berbers because you will be too slow against the whole organ push. So we do this against a good Portuguese player. He will just age up and get organs and goons out, but we will have an army and we can deal with it. If we go Berbers, we are too slow. We will lose too many notch. Remember the palace in the middle? It buys a lot of time, especially if it's in front of our war camp, because he just needs to siege that down, right? And it buys a lot of time for us to get a bigger army.
So basically, like, we just need to do some pretty decent micro then, essentially. If he's got like Dragoon Organ, we're going to have to try and swarm him with as many units as possible and get on top of his organs.
We need to
pretty much
swarm him, surround him, and one thing that is very underrated by most Hausa players, griots. 4 griots, train 5, you have 9 griots, put 3 on each organ. It requires micro, I'm not saying that it doesn't, but if you can get 9 griots on the organs, you can get a very good engagement. Focus the line on the goons, and just put raiders in there, get the raiders in there.
Yeah.
For good engagement.
Okay. Well, plus 16 now, we are 3 points away.
We're almost there.
1500. It's very scary. Whenever I get to this point, I get extra nervous.
Yeah.
Whenever you get to the next milestone.
I used to have that as well, but there's no reason for it. It's just internet points. I know there are people who reach a certain rating and then refuse to play because they want to keep their rating. I don't care. I lost 100 elo trying USA. I don't care. I mean, it's just internet points. Just play and.
Oh God, I wish I was like you. Right. I wish that I get actual I get anxiety when I'm searching for a game. It's terrible.
You're not the only one. Lots of people have it.
Like when I click that search button and I'm waiting for the game, I keep thinking to myself, I could just play a lobby game, or I could just play another game. I don't have to do this. I could just cast a game. And when I lose, I get very annoyed, and that's something I need to work on. And I don't know how to work on it. I get so angry, and I don't know why. This is the only game that does it. I played Age of Empires 4. I've played StarCraft. I played StarCraft for the first time, and I lost 20 games in a row before I won my first game, and it didn't faze me. I wasn't annoyed. But this game, I don't know what it is. It has this grip on me, where I just get so annoyed when I lose. And I don't know why, and it's not good. But
ladder anxiety is a real thing. Lots of people struggle with it. From the people who struggle with it, only a very small portion admit that they struggle with it. So that's the first step, of course. Lots of people will just say like they're not feeling up to a ranked game, just want to play a chill lobby game, right?
Yeah, that's it. The classic, the copium.
It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
But you need, if you would really want to improve in the game and get better at the game and fix your mistakes, you will have to get over the ladder anxiety somehow, some way.
Hey, got $2 super chat. Thank you very much from it's Schnively. Thanks, man. The Jacket Pride. Congrats on 1400.
Congrats on 1400. Well, we're almost at 1500 now.
Yeah. Thanks very much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Is Bram a psychologist? No.
It's kind of like if you're an alcoholic, the first thing is admit to yourself that you have a problem. I have a problem. Like, there we go.
I'm in the legal field, so it's is it similar?
In the legal field?
Yes.
I don't know. I think
I'm a professional supporting lawyer.
What lawyer?
It's a professional supporting lawyer, so not a real lawyer, basically. I just finished university.
Oh, right. Okay.
And
yeah, I deal with a few lawyers every now and then because I work in finance, so I have clients or customers where we have like a signed contract, and I have to get legal involved. And legal they're very black and white, which is fair. You have to be. But yeah, I am not so black and white when I work, even though I work with numbers, and it's either it has to be that or it's not. I'm not
fun thing is that it kind of differs between you and I. We don't need can't really get into it too much, but I mean the UK, you're from the UK, right?
Yeah.
UK legal system is very different from what we call continental. You have common law, we have sort of a different. Your contracts, which you probably may have noticed, they are big, right? They're very large. Lots of stuff in it. In the rest of Europe, it's very different because most of it is influenced by. I wouldn't really know how to call it in English, to be honest. But let's say I have no clue how to call it in English. Just let's say in common law. So in UK and USA, you will need to cover every single situation, and in continental systems, you don't do that. So.
All right. Okay.
It's less black and white. That's basically what I'm trying to say. So it's quite fun. What happened with H2O? I don't think anything happened. Still alive, as far as I know.
Might have a family. Might just be, that's like Kinesi, isn't it? Kinesi's got a kid now, so it's a lot of responsibility, I guess. I say that, but Shake's got a newborn and he's still playing. So I guess everyone's different. But yeah, I mean, as I say, like I struggle with finding time to play the game and sit down and play it. That's the problem, because half the time, or more than half the time, I'm either content creating and doing stuff for the game, which takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
Or I'm playing games with like friends from school and stuff, like different games, and just relaxing and chilling out. And because it is really, really, it's a great hit when I win a game and I see improvement and it feels awesome. But then there's the other side of it where I feel like, why am I playing this game if I'm getting so annoyed with it? So sometimes I'm just.
It is a game you need to commit time to, for sure.
Yeah. So, but there will be another game in the future. Probably Age of Mythology will be where I move to and try that game for a bit when it does come out. The Retold. I played that Age of Mythology way more than Age of Empires 3. So, okay. I might just do a quick restart. Let me just do that very quickly. Let's quickly switch to that. Okay, let me just reload. I mean, there's what's it called? Starflight or something that's come out, the Bethesda game.
Starfield?
Starfield.
I think Myrtle was talking about it, but it's
okay,
that explains a lot, because he was talking about Fallout multiplayer.
Yeah, like that game is, I love Bethesda games. A lot of Bethesda games, apart from, some of the terrible Fallout ones that weren't very good, but like all the Elder Scrolls and stuff. Yeah, I love those games, and this one's, because it's in space, it really interests me. But once again, it's finding time to sit down and play it, and I have this obsession with YouTube that I kind of want to I kind of want to keep regular content for you guys because I'm seeing a lot of traction on the channel, a lot of interest over the last month. It's really, really good. And I'm a bit obsessed with it, and I need to kind of get a grip on that because I'm getting a bit obsessed with making content or thinking of ideas, and yeah, I just need to relax a bit. As I say, if there's anything like, I know Bram, you sent me stuff, but anybody in chat, if you have any crazy wild games, doesn't matter what elo you are, let me know and send me the replay through Discord, and I will definitely give it a watch and a cast. Why do you need to restart the game? It gets a bit cluttered, the game. I can't remember what it's called. It's not bottlenecking, but it's just good to refresh the game. Unfortunately, you shouldn't have to do this. It's 2023. You shouldn't have to do this with a video game. Is Bram an AI generated British person?
You have an interesting chat.
No, he's not. He's definitely, as I say, like
none of those things. I'm a person. That's the only thing.
Yeah, his accent is definitely not British. I can easily tell that from a mile off. But I know that people think that I'm Australian, which is just baffling because there's such a wild difference. It's just, I guess it's if English is not your native, then it's very difficult. Like, for example, I'm learning Russian. So people who speak Russian is huge area, expanse. But I wouldn't be able to really tell because I don't know the language. I haven't been around people enough. Yeah, he definitely sounds Scandinavian. Yeah, sounds Dutch. Yeah. Yeah. I love this. This chat is very different to Twitch. I'm getting different vibes with this chat. It's not bad vibes. It's just different. I'm getting that. It just seems a bit different, which is cool.
I think the YouTube audience is they're not in Twitch, right? It's a different audience, and I think the audience in Twitch is more like people who regularly watch Twitch, or like the regular people, and these are just your subscribers. Yeah, it's funny.
There's no way people guess you're Australian. Trust me, they have. Trust me. I kid you not. It's happened more than once. Right.
The photo used, by the way, is the Dutch king. It's not a British person. So.
Yeah. Even though he does look pretty British, he looks like he could be working in Parliament. That guy. Gotta say.
Looks like he could be working in a construction. All right. Radovan bites the dust is, I think, the joke. Bias the dust. I don't know. Cool guy. This is maybe the best Hausa matchup ever.
Oh god, don't say that though. Because it's still possible to lose.
Apparently the overlay is not good.
Oh yeah, sorry guys. Yeah, the game will come back, don't worry. Just give it a second. Let's go around the base first, like Bram said. Listen to Bram. I hate the animals on this map. I hate them.
The treasure you just... Oh, you mean those animals? Yeah, they're annoying. This map has 2 very large XP treasures. You just passed one. We can take it in H1, but it's important for this map to keep in mind that we want to get it a little bit later. If we have 10 raiders, and it may not be possible in this matchup if we are pressured, but if we have, say, like 10 raiders, we can get that treasure. It's the one with the hippos, and it's a lot of XP. It's almost half a ship. So we want to get at least one, if possible the second one. Of course, you can do it much more easily in Hausa because you have map control in most cases.
Yeah.
You're famous.
Yeah. I'm playing with the big boys now. I'm starting to move on up. I'm coming across people that I've definitely recognized before, like names and stuff, but I haven't never played against. So, to be fair, I rarely actually play against the same person. That's how Snipe's successful. Oh dear. Probably didn't need to do that, but I did it anyway.
This is something I've noticed, and I don't know for sure, but I think the weaker the treasure guardian, the
Yeah, they don't
shorter the
last.
chaos lasts. And
Yeah,
I'm
I've
not
noticed
sure
that.
why that is and if it's a bug or. But it happens. I think it's meant to be because otherwise you have like these treasures with 10 monkeys, right? I think it's a
Yeah, yeah.
balance measure. So if you can't have the 10 monkeys fight, each other, you can, but it lasts like 2 seconds. This is the other one. They both spawn in the middle. The XP
Yeah.
treasure bonds. So our macro here is slightly off. Not quite sure what it is. Maybe bad treasuring because we had 600 food. We're supposed to have 650 at the very least, but it's
Yeah.
fine.
I don't know how that happened. I thought it was pretty good, but apparently not. So
Yeah, it
stick
happens
that.
sometimes. Okay, we want to send the explorer back
Yeah.
for the to build the university.
Yeah. Send it back. Start
So we
to
sell
this.
twice, get food up,
Yeah.
wood upgrade, and send all of them to wood. Okay,
Oh.
so send all of them to wood and 1 to coin. Yeah, that happens sometimes. All vills on wood and get the
Yeah.
wood upgrade.
Where's the? I hate the hunts on this map. I think there's one here.
Yeah, maybe.
I have to pull that in because I've got. To
You put them on the berries, those villagers.
Do you think?
Yeah. You put 6 fills, 7 fills on berries. There. Gonna put them on wood.
Oh God, sorry. I thought you were talking about something completely different then.
No.
Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry.
Alright, send the explorer forward. We want to scout out if he has a blockhouse in the middle.
Yeah.
I'm thinking now, if he has a blockhouse in the middle, do we put our war camp in the middle anyway? With the palace? I think
Yeah, try
maybe?
and match him. Or he
think
could be
we
going for
can.
like a fast
Maybe.
fortress.
But
I've seen
yeah,
some of the Russians do that.
Yeah, but we are fine against it. Against like slower civilizations like Brits, if they try to forward base race you, you can win it. So we want to put it next to theirs. And let's put it forward. Regardless of what he's doing. Scout the base?
Yeah, and I need to get all my vills.
Yeah, all the
Sorry,
food.
let me just do that first.
Send the palace.
Yeah.
Get snares. It's a list of things you need to do in early H2. It's quite long. We'll get there. Probably build a granary like, yeah, exactly, right there. Perfect. Scout the base, see what he's doing. Build fills.
Yeah. Oh, he's done
Okay.
in-house blockhouse.
Defensive.
Okay.
That's fine. We just make raiders, probably like 15. Check his deck. He may be going for that card, which allows you to make Cav archers.
Yeah, 1 sec. Oh, come on.
Sad.
That's-
Forward. We want to gather the inference crates with the food villagers, not with the coin, because otherwise we will be short. Okay.
this is
We get 4 raiders. Yeah, the macro is not good, but it's fine. He doesn't have a TP, so we can try to siege a house, but we don't want to lose too many units to block houses in DC5. Kill the explorer, big button.
With what? Yeah, the raiders. Oh, the big one, yeah. Sorry, yeah.
And let's continue trading fields. We were idle for a long time because of the hunts. Yeah. Alright. He doesn't have TP, which I think he should this, but doesn't have one. Switch coin fields to wood, and let's train some Finlandia. And we want to sell cattle for Cal. Remember, we're hitting the 40 pop now, so this is where we sell, get a house, train Finlandia. Okay, let's send switch shipping point on the palace.
Yeah, done that.
Right, cool. Now let's push on the 7th Finlandia and see what we can do. I want to siege house, siege market. Be careful of Minutemen though. They're strong. Oh, actually, get this TP. Sorry, treasure. Get the treasure. Where's your explorer? It's here.
This one here.
Yeah. Chaos it and get it. We can get it with these raiders. It's half a shipment, so it's very good. We can basically ship 5 raiders straight after, I believe. Yeah, so just get it with your explorer. And watch your XP bar on the flag. So are those cav archers?
I didn't see that actually.
Yeah, it was strange. Okay, so yeah, there was more than a quarter of the flag just went up. Just by that. I want to say that it looks like Keshiks, but I don't know if Russia can get it.
He has got.
It's like the
yeah, cav archers. Yeah, he's got cav archers.
Okay, I think we are fine against that.
Where's the house? I told you.
Yeah, they got blocked, I think. Let's push on these 5 raiders.
Yeah.
And I don't know how good cav archers do, so we will find out. But I think Fulani do fine against them. Okay, he's pushing you, which is fine. So we have battles here. Okay. Yeah, pull back the raiders. Are those must?
Yeah.
Okay. Then we are fine. Pull back. Pull back to fly. You need to focus the Cossacks, I believe. Those are really our biggest threat. We can take on the rest. Okay, focus Cossacks. Get the big button in a little bit. 10 more infants. Yeah, just focus, it's fine.
Fodio
yeah,
or?
Fodio is good. We want to switch to javelins now. Not too many, we need like 5. Maybe just selling coins better actually. Selling cattle for coin. Let's do that. Few 5 javelins. And I think we can just push on Fodio, honestly. Okay, we get 5 more cav here.
Yeah.
The only thing we need to be scared of is Cossacks, because we beat the rest. Trails are good, but in low numbers we are fine. Pull the fills from coin to wood and start training more Fulani after this. Alright, let's push on the 5 Jeffs. Why are we pushing? Because he has the cav archer stuff and because he just shipped 5 Cossacks. So we have an opportunity to push him in. Try to snipe fires with the fills, I'm sorry. Get back, this middleman. Kill the thing snaring you and just run. That's right. Snipe the Keshiks? Or, sorry,
Yeah.
Right? They look like Keshiks, but they're
Yeah.
we need a house, and let's get a second Rex. Our eco's developed sufficiently. So I think we are ahead here, and I also think we are just fine with sitting here. Let's just ship Plaku code.
Yeah, Plaku code. Yeah.
We always want to ship the Plaku code before spice trade, and we want to ship griots if we're going for a kill, or if we need to defend against something. And here we are doing neither. Our economy is better at the moment. The only thing that we need to be afraid of is an age-up. Other than that, we can just sit here in the middle, starve him if we want. Well, unless he does this. Send your rest of your army because it's gonna catch it. Pull back the raiders. Okay, so we see he's making quite a lot of Cossacks, so we wanna keep training javelins and Fulani. Pull back the javelins. We're in straddled fire right now. Yeah, let's pull back to the palace. We have Fulani popping in a little bit. Okay, just fight. Sell cattle for coin. Queue more for Fulani. We're in good position with the Fulani. Pulling it back a little bit more between the things. Yeah. And then pop the Fulani on the front. Okay, now we need more Fulani. Build a granary in the top left on those deer things, whatever they're called.
Yeah.
Start hurting those. Yeah, you can build on the water. It's very annoying. Train fills.
Yeah.
I don't dislike this strat from Russia actually. It's doing quite well.
Don't know, spice trade here? I don't really know. Like,
I don't really know either, to be honest. I think we want to maybe H here. I think that would be a good choice, because he is going to outskill us. We don't need any vills on coin. Put those on the berries, because they are closer. It's better for the walking time. Because we sell a cattle for coin and we gather up to 700 crates.
yeah.
We just finish this batch. Train vills. Finish up this batch of Fulani and then just full food and don't train anything. And obviously don't push case per rating. Put Fulani back. And keep the Fulani, sorry, send the Jeffs back, and keep the Fulani behind shore palace. He's gonna scout at your agent, he pays attention, but it's fine. After this fill, we want to age. Stay behind the palace.
Just get the gold.
Let's get the church tech, or the university tech, fast aging. In book 2 manuscripts, I believe it's called.
Yeah, I've got it.
And then the Hausa age. Okay, all of those fills on coin. We want to have around about 10 on coin, something like that. 11 is good. So we need enough coin for our age up. And we want to train Fulani in the meantime. At this point, we do not want to train many more raiders. Because we want to switch to Graffiti. If we want Cav. I don't think we do it. I think full Fulani is fine. Just see, attack with your Fulani. You have more range on all of these units because you have the, what is it? Fulani card. Pull back the jabs, don't lose jabs to straddled fire. Just poke with the Fulani. You have more range. It's a bit of a micro thing.
Yeah.
But yeah. Get the range attack on your top barrels, because the other one's down. Gather up the boot. I think you're losing vills near the palace. Chip the Graffiti. Graffiti are a good popper. For some reason the struggles are in melee. I'm not sure if it's throwing or... See, maybe we need javelins. Yeah, the sad part is that we are fighting before our upgrades come in. And I think we could have maybe avoided that if we went back a little bit earlier. But yeah, a great position on Fulani. It may not be enough, but the positioning is very good. Yeah, the Graffiti were a bad choice. Should have had Jeffs. Oh well.
Me kake so? Da kyau. Ba me kake so?
Me kake so? Na shirya. Allah bai. Na shirya.
Ku kashe su.
An gama. Na shirya.
Kai hari.
Allah bai. Me kake so a yi?
Alright, let's do that. I think we lose this game now.
An tabbas. Na shirya. An gama. Na tabbas. Allah bai. Me kake? Na shirya. An
Kashe su.
Allah an sauri. Tabbas. Sarki.
Na shirya.
Umar da kyau.
Oh.
Zan yi sarin ita.
It's too bad. Yeah, so I think the big part here was fighting before the unit upgrades came in. And I'm not sure we could have done much to prevent it because he was attacking. Yeah. We may not be dead, but it will require a mistake from him.
Gini yayi gini. Zan je farauta. Da kyau. Zan je farauta.
Ship 8 Jeff next.
Wani umar an sauri.
Train more javelins.
Me kake da kyau. Magini yayi gini.
Zan je farauta.
Na shirya.
Ba mu an gama.
Wani umarni za ka bayar?
Ina sauraro.
Umarni an zan samu kuɗi.
Oh, there's still some coming out of here.
Yeah, try to run those away.
Wani umarni za ka bayar? Na shirya tabbas.
Me kyakkyawar
An gama.
Zan yi haka. Me kake kyau? Zan je farauta.
Allah bai me kake so a yi?
Zan yi haka.
I think we're going to need, like, Raider Jav
Yeah.
here, I think.
We need more raiders for sure.
Yeah.
Do you have the upgrade in yet?
Annoyingly, no.
Me kyakkyawar shawara.
Na shirya.
I'll be careful. I don't think we can take this. If the struggles are here, we can take it.
Kyakkyawar shawara.
Na shirya.
So, we are behind here, but he is still in H2, which means his units are bad. If we can catch him with a big mass of veteran units, javelins and raiders, we may have a chance.
Zan samu kuɗi.
All he needs to do is just pull back, age up, because I believe his Cav archers just automatically upgrade. Then he may need to research it, but his army can upgrade. So I think we want to push on either this upgrade or these 5 raiders. We just catch him as soon as possible, and if we don't win that fight, then we don't win. But that's
Yeah.
all we can do.
Ina sauraro. Me da kyau.
Alright, let's go. Use 2 control groups. Better mind.
Yeah.
Na shirya sauri.
Me
Na
zan yi
an
haka.
tabbas.
Zan yi
Na
haka.
wani an tabbas.
Me kake so? An gama. Zan je
Na
farauta.
shirya.
Me
Wani
zan yi haka.
domin sarki.
Allah bai me kake
Now,
so a yi?
he is also out on the map,
Na shirya.
as we can see with those fields there. So what we want to do is catch his army and deny his villagers.
Kyakkyawar shawara.
Yeah.
Allah bai me na an
Me
sauri.
zan yi da kyakkyawar da kyakkyawar da kyau.
We need a
Zan kai
house.
hari.
By Selwood.
Me kake so? Ba an gama. Zan samu.
Okay, so he's H now. Which is, I think, one of his.
Allah bai me kake so a yi?
So I believe his Scav archers is auto upgrade now.
Za ka bayar. Allah sauri. Na an gama. Allah tabbas.
We want to go to the TC because if he no, actually folks are pretty bad.
Allah bai me kake so a yi?
We do want to catch his unit shipments.
Da kyau. Menene labari? Ku kashe su.
All right. Now we just prayed. But do you think he has too much stuff there?
Wow, how did he get through all of that? Oh, he didn't even have upgraded... Wait, he had vet Cossacks instantly. What? How did he get that upgraded on time?
No, he was H for like half a minute. If he had the resource available, he could have done that.
GG.
Yeah, too bad. I like his strat, so
Yeah. Going the
It's,
Cav Archers
it's a
is
bit of a
quite a
strange
good...
one.
Oof,
I
18.
think you could have been more aggressive in the beginning. Obviously, you had that bad hunt, right? So you lost a lot of time. And then you went back with 10 raiders to kill the explorer. I think if you had 10 raiders to push at least the market or something, push the house, you may have been better off. What did you say? Valhausen never
I thought,
ate
hasn't it?
This is true. Yeah, we could have stayed to H2. The thing is, Russia outskills you in H2. So you want to H2 for them. I think maybe an exception. We could have shipped Grields as well and made Grields, and maybe that would have...
His eco was...
But yeah, Sprouts were very good. Yeah, look at that. So he just outskills you. We can stay H2, but your Vil progression also wasn't amazing. We can stay H2, but then we're behind 20 Vils at some point. So we need our tech at 20.
Yeah. Okie dokes. All right. Well, I'm going to have to leave it there, I'm afraid.
All right.
Yeah, I only had a couple of hours, so it does continue. Unfortunately, that we did not get to 1500, but we have... we're at 1479, so it's pretty good going. And I'll see how I get on. I'll keep trying, and with both Hausa, and I might try a bit of Lakota as well, because I do get on with them quite well. So I'll try those two and see how it goes. But Bram, thanks very much for coaching, man. I appreciate it.
No problem. Enjoyed it.
Cheers. Awesome. And there'll be something on YouTube at some point, don't worry. Just not too sure when it's going to be. But thanks very much, and I will keep at it and see how we go. Awesome. Bram, thanks very much, man. Appreciate it. Have a good evening.
All right. Thank you.
Cheers, mate. Bye. All right, guys, we're going to leave it there. I've got to head off. Thank you very much for coming on, everyone. I appreciate it. We had the super chat from Jacket Pride. $2. Thanks very much. We finished on 1479. We didn't get to 1500, but we're very close. Thank you very much for everyone that's been here. I don't know. I think the most viewers we had was about 30 viewers, which is pretty good. It's not bad. We're going to see how it goes. I'm going to try and improve that and see how the whole streaming on YouTube goes. But thanks very much, everyone. Appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next video or the next stream. Make sure you catch my latest video on my channel. It is one of Kaiser Klein, and a lot of people are finding it quite funny. So make sure to go check that out if you haven't. All right, guys. Bye-bye. See you later.